You guys are both playing junior hockey at a high level, looking to play D1 hockey. What are you guys doing during the summer and the spring?
You want to get out there and have some fun when you're playing, but you don't want to be skipping the lifts and stuff off the ice.
What age do you think that you started to really dial in and be like, all right, hockey is my sport?
Around 14 years old, kind of going into 15U hockey, that's where it gets a lot more serious. The jump from bantam to midget. Guys are a lot bigger. You need to be putting in the work off the ice to stay at a high level.
Well, now is that for guys your age, or was that what you were doing when you were younger?
I played lacrosse in high school, which I think was good for stick skills and good to get a little break off of hockey in the off season. Still be staying in shape, but doing something else that's fun. Not thinking hockey 365, 24/7.
For me, like summertime, I was just played other sports, baseball, soccer, whatever it was with my friends. I think it's important to be athletic, especially like, it doesn't matter which sport you pick, it's good to be good at all of them, and they all kind of translate into one. Summertime's the time to like, if you're gonna train hockey, you should be working out and then just doing some clinics, whatever you can.
We've always talked about the pros and cons of a lesson to a clinic, and we always think that both are very beneficial. At a clinic, we're still gonna have the same exact ratio as a small group lesson. So you get the same exact benefits, if not more.
In a clinic style format with all these coaches, it's almost like a private lesson. You've got like a 1-to-5, 1-to-4 player to coach ratio. So each player is getting some specific time with each coach, and they're getting tips almost every time they're doing a different drill.
We've worked with Kyle Palmieri since he was a young kid. Didn't see him for a while, got him when he was back in New Jersey. He had some bad habits, but because he has implemented these when he was younger, all the good habits, it came back very quickly. And it did discourage a lot of the other guys on the team who were peers because they never worked on this when they were a kid. So it did not come to them as quickly or as easily. And two of the players actually came up to me and was like, I get what you're doing, I see it. It's just not coming quick enough to me, and I need to just stick in the NHL. And so they reverted back to what got them there. But unfortunately, that wasn't going to keep them in the NHL. And unfortunately, they are no longer playing in the NHL. Kyle still is.
Just being consistent, you don't need to be going out there for 5 hours and shooting pucks all day in your driveway. But if you do it for 30 minutes a day, you'll see such a huge difference. Or just 5 to 10 minutes stick handling with the golf ball every day. It's more the consistency, less of doing it a ton one day and then taking the rest of the week off. If you're just doing a little bit every day, you'll start to feel yourself getting better, and it'll make a huge difference.
Enjoy it, because I look back at all like my youth days and I would do anything to just play like one more game with all the guys that I grew up with. So.